We'll start to take a look at some of the headlines from the Punch newspaper this morning. Major story from the Punch: abduction epidemic spreads nationwide. You find that on the front page. 5 die, 8 injured in Lagos-Ibadan Expressway auto crash. Security agencies not utilizing NIN SIM data tracking, Pantami says. Slain abducted teenager's father calls for NBA's intervention. And NPCL malls Port Harcourt refinery handover to private operators. Federal government issues 13 new power generation distribution licenses. Also, 14 states spends 21 billion naira on foreign trips despite zero FDI. That's talking business from the Punch. Kidnapping, Wike fiddles with Rivers politics while Abuja burns. OPS blames struggling naira for highest inflation in 21 years. EFCC to arraign ex-minister over unpaid 3.6 billion naira loan. And lastly, from Punch, 69 protesters killed, 189 journalists arrested under Buhari government. Report.
All right, we're moving over to the cable NG this morning. There are also a number of top stories here on the cable. We have this one: how states marked Armed Forces Remembrance Day, and a bit of celebrations there. Okay, we'll take more here. We also have this one: UK updates list of companies eligible to sponsor work visas for foreign migrants. We also have all the top stories here on the cable. Tinubu Obasanjo meeting Owerri. First time since 2023 elections, and that's saying that President Bola Tinubu on Monday met with President Olusegun Obasanjo at the inauguration of the Hope Uzodinma as the governor of Imo for his second term in office. Tinubu to Nigerians: don't worry about Japa, we'll train more people. All right, more here. We have this from the business side. Garrigo Transcorp Hotels join League of Trillion Naira companies. FCT, that's the nation's capital. Poverty, hunger escalating, insecurity in Nigeria, says former Vice President Atiku Abubakar. And this is coming from looking at the saga here, talking about conditional transfer. Better Edo saga: CCB invites Tunji Ojo over 438 million naira contract. More here, still on the cable. We have this one: fan NCAA 56 federal agencies budget 75 billion naira for foreign local trips. All of that appears to be some of the stories making the headlines here on the cable NG. Before we go, we'll take one more, and this says Marafa: Tinubu saved democracy by not influencing Supreme Court verdict on Cuba disputes.
Some headlines from the Premium Times newspaper this morning: residents flee community as terrorist attack military camp. The driver, 2 passengers burnt beyond recognition in Anambra accident. Nigeria, other West African countries fight back against fake malaria drugs. Contract scandal. CCB invites Interior Minister Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo. Updated. Nigeria's inflation hits 28.92% amid high food prices. Nigerian judge Felicitas Abanga is dead. FCT workers oppose appointment of new permanent secretary. NBA calls for more investment in security, strengthening of armed forces. Amnesty International asks Tinubu to treat kidnappings in Nigeria as emergency. Rivers Assembly to reconfirm commissioners who resigned from Fubara's cabinet. Before now, we were afraid to come to Imo, Tinubu says at Uzodinma's inauguration. Lastly, from the Premium Times, Jigawa lawmakers share 1 billion naira as empowerment packages. Speaker.
All right, so Vanguard this morning, quite a number of old headlines there. Atiku Obi-Kwankwaso have agreed to form mega party, and of course that is coming from Pat Utomi. And more story here, still talking about insecurity. Gunmen run riots in Abuja, Enugu, Katsina, Ekiti, 3 others. Terrorist bandits and criminals of all the hues took their ignominious activities in the country to a new dimension in the last 48 hours, wrecking mayhem in 6 states and the Federal Capital Territory, FCT Abuja. Don't worry about Japa. We'll train more people. Tinubu tells Nigerians. Okay. Communal crisis cause injured houses set ablaze in Kwara. Credits to government falls 45% to 5.16 trillion naira. And more story here says family members die in Kano Inferno. Bit sad news there. One killed, other injured in Abuja airport road crash. Tragedy looms as Akwa Ibom landlords refuse to quit homes on brink of collapse. Murphy clarifies federal government 40% shares takeover in these schools. All right, we'll take some couple more still here on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper. Atiku Obi Kwankwaso, all right, that appears to be one headline we've taken earlier. Ibibio kicks against federal government lopsided appointment in Akwa Ibom. Rivers crisis. Group tackles weakest ally over insult on Fubara. And of course, we take two more before leaving the Vanguard. Uzo Dima second term. Imo safe for business. Coming from President Tinubu. Biden's re-election bid won't allow him end Israel-Gaza war. Coming from Bolaji Akinyemi.
From the Daily Post now, 3 months after Wike's JTF, fear heightens in FCT as criminals run riot. Few people looted Nigeria through subsidy, Tinubu says. Elsewhere, hoodlums attack doctors at Exuth. Steel corpse in business. Nigeria's food inflation rises to 33.93% in December 2023. Okay. Also, Nigeria's inflation increases for 12th time, hits 28.92%. You find that in the pages of the Daily Post. Also, insecurity, Abuja becoming scariest city. Security experts, Bukarti. Supreme Court judgments reinstate Plateau lawmakers. APC chieftain Eze charges judiciary. More stories. Nabiha group tasked Tinubu to stop resurgence of kidnapping banditry. Armed Forces Day, Lawan calls improved welfare for military personnel. Sanwo-Olu signs 2024 budget with 21.74 billion naira increase. Armed Forces Remembers Day, sad incident of January 15 must not repeat. ACF says some of the stories out of the Daily Post this morning.
All right, it's almost time check, but we'll take some few headlines before going on our first break. We have this one pinned here on this day newspaper front page. Tinubu receives briefing on $10 billion investment in national steel sector. Bagudu average performance of Naira informed dollar exchange rate peg at 800 Naira for 2024 budget. French envoy says insecurity impeding Nigeria's economic development. We also have this one. U.S. mission donates office to Lagos agency in fight against trafficking. All right, still here on the Disney newspaper front page. We have this one. Audu government to probe Ajao Kuta steals 33 billion naira electricity indebtedness to TCN. And this also says DSS denies arresting ex-CBN deputy governor Aisha Ahmad. And of course, your roles carry significant responsibilities. Keyamo tells newly inducted aviation CEOs. And the last one here we're taking here up from the This Day front page. Electricity Act. NERC sets new rules for mini grids operation, pegs technical losses at 4%. All right, we'll take this breather. We'll take our first break and we'll be back very shortly. To stay with us.
32 FM 94.9.
So you mean I can fly from Lagos to Paris to London and fly back to Lagos all in one promo? And if I don't want that, I can win a whole house?
Now you're getting the gist.
Recharge 50,000 naira or more within a month, and you could be among the 100 winners of business class tickets from Lagos to Paris to London. If you recharge 100,000 naira or more within a month, you could be one of the many winners of a premium bungalow in Nigeria. The more you recharge, the more you stand to win. T's and C's apply. Glow Unlimited.
Mom's love is pure. It flows, no, she does. Mom's special jollof puts a smile on your face. Mom's yummy fries cheers you up. Mom's tasty stews nourishes the family. Golden Terra oil, tasty. Golden Terra oil, nourishing. Golden Terra oil, full of love. Golden Terra soya oil.
Golden Terra oil helps mom pour her love in the tasty, nourishing meals she cooks for her family. Golden Terra oil, pour pure love.
Be part of the moments to remember with AFCON 2023 on DSTV. Experience Africa's biggest football tournament with all 52 thrilling games live and in HD the way you like it. Enjoy expert commentary that will blow your mind.
It's a gorgeous finish. Super goal.
And the finest analysis to keep you in the game. Live your pride, passion and love for Africa's beautiful game from the 13th of Jan to the 11th of Feb on Supersport or anywhere on DSTV Stream.
Go for gold, Terra Gold Cube, the amazing seasoning cube. So when you're cooking your delicious meals, don't compromise. Go for gold. Go for gold.
Rich, consistent taste for cooking mouth-watering soups, stews, and jollof. Choose wisely. Choose Gold. Terra Gold Seasoning Cube.
One cube, endless possibilities. Terra Gold.
Hey there, tech enthusiasts! Get ready to ignite your world with the all-new Tecno Spark 20.
That's right! The Spark 20 with its stunning display and powerful features is here to redefine your smartphone experience.
We've also partnered with Google and MTN to bring you even more. With the Spark 20, Google apps and loads of free MTN data, your digital life just got smarter and more connected.
Grab your Tecno Spark 20 today and step into a world where style meets technology.
Tecno, stop at nothing.
Official partner of the Africa Cup of Nations 2023.
Golden Chance Lotto. Shey you dey gbadun games? Shey you dey play Lotto? Shey you go like to play Lotto without stressing? You no go kiosks. You fit no even play online. Make you no worry for data. Golden Chance Lotto dey here for you. Make you dial *7005# with your MTN line for any phone to play and win big. You fit even check games results and you go collect wetin you win with the USSD. Play any of Golden Chance Lotto indoor and Ghana games. No forget, our indoor games dey easy to win. Golden Chance Lotto don give you a better way to become a millionaire. No forget, *7005#.
tí o bá wà lórí nẹ́tíwọ́ọ̀kì àrídájú ìyẹn naija confam wo ẹ̀bùn 1000 naira ń dúró dè ọ́ o tún ní àǹfààní láti gba èlé ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ́gbẹ̀rún lórí èyíkéyìí rìsáàjì tí o bá ṣe àníkù dátà lọ́nà 100 fún oṣù 6 àti ìlọ́po méjì dátà lórí rìsáàjì àkọ́kọ́ rẹ ní oṣù òpó ìyẹn gangan ni nine confam látọ̀dọ̀ nine mobile tí ó yọrantí ra síìmù tuntun lónìí tàbí kí o testa 1400# lórí ẹ̀rọ alágbèéká rẹ. Nine mobile wà níbí fún ọ wà níbí fún Naija.
32 FM 94.9.
All right, you're welcome back to Break It On Papers Review here on 32 FM 94.9. I'll tell you there are a lot of screaming headlines, and of course, it's all about time to delve into the analysis proper. My name is GBOLABO, famous school.
My name is Kenny Durutilu. Mr. Femi Olukunle joins us this morning. Good morning, sir.
Thank you very much, Kenny. And GBOLABO, good morning. Nigerians, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Olukunle. There are a number of headlines this morning, but I guess let's start off with this Better Edu Gate. There's a lot that are hidden, some sort, and of course, we are having a government that would not spare anyone in this particular crisis in the face of trying to ensure that its image is not bastardized. CBB invites Tunji Ojo over 438 million naira contract. Now, this is an issue of a company that is known to be belonging to the minister here, talking about Tunji Ojo, and he has said that he resigned from that company when he was elected as a lawmaker into the House of Representatives. But now it's been said that this particular company got 438 million naira consultancy contract from the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation. Now, are we going to say this is a witch hunt against Tunji Ojo, or somehow he has breached the provisions of the Constitution of Nigeria and done what is not expected of him as a sitting minister?
Well, we don't know the letters of the laws that may that he may have infringed upon, if he has infringed upon any law at all. We don't know the letters of the law, but CCB and other agencies of government know what to do, and he knows what to tell them, because what he makes known to the public is that he resigned
right
ever before he became the minister, and then he doesn't have anything to do with the company. Whether there is an undercurrent or not, let us leave it to the government agencies who are doing the bidding of the president. The president has called for thorough investigation into the matter, and I believe those that the government has saddled with that responsibility will be alive to their responsibility.
And so the question is, why should he go to a Tunde Ojo's company? Are you not better other companies?
Exactly.
What is the bidding process like?
That is
why should he have that contract?
That is what
was it properly bidded?
That's why I said that the agencies that government has saddled with that responsibility, I am sure they will do the necessary things, because we must know why they give it to that company that belongs to him. We must know whether he actually resigned or not. We must know whether there is any undercurrent that necessitated that company winning that bid, and then we must know whether the contract was overpriced. So all these things are the things Nigerians must know, and I'm sure that the agencies that government has asked to do the needful will not disappoint government, neither will they disappoint Nigerians. We really want to know what has taken place.
All right, Mr. Femi, security is a hot topic in the country at the moment. Let's take a look at what the Minister for Communications and Digital Economy has said. He's blamed security agencies for failing to utilize the NIN SIM data to tackle kidnappings and, demands for ransom and all of that. You recall that Nigerians were mandated to link their SIM cards to their NIN. Now, he's saying it's a thing of utilizing the data at their disposal. They're not utilizing that information, and that's the main problem. On the other side, you wonder how kidnappings can continue to go on, and these kidnappers run rings around security agencies with all of that information, at their disposal. How does that work?
Well, this morning we will not throw away the message with the messenger. We may say that if we look at this topic or about the kidnapping, we remember that when that man came on board as a minister, people shouted that they didn't want him because they alleged that he had something to do in the past with those miscreants, and he was trying to say that he didn't. He tried to clean himself up.
Right.
However, he said something that is germane this morning, and that is the NIN that they made all Nigerians to do, and which they asked Nigerians to link up with their
SIM
cards, that it is useful to track any activities, any ungodly activity at anywhere within the space that we call Nigeria. Now, he's asking a question: why is it difficult for the security operatives to utilize that technology? And I'm also joining him to ask that question. So also, that's why I'm saying that Nigerians should, why we are periscoping this issue, we should not throw away the message with the messenger. Let us look at the message. Why are the security agencies not utilizing, even if those people, those terrorists, if they used their captives phone SIM, it is trackable. They can track it to know the location from where the message had emanated from. So why is it that the security agencies are not utilizing it? And it lends credence to what I said yesterday. You see, in a situation when we are talking about security matter, and some people are injecting religiosity and ethnicity into it, we are going nowhere. And it is most unfortunate that the seat of power, Abuja, is encircled by these people, and they have the temerity, they have the guts to even walk inside Abuja to steal people, to catch people and drag them into the forest, killing them one after the other, demanding humongous amount of money, and living like kings and emperors. So it is up to the game is in at the threshold of President Tinubu to play it as it should be played, because I've always been saying that Tinubu has to give these security operatives deadline. If they are not given deadline to execute this project, we will just be dancing around it, and Nigerians will be killed, and they will be pauperizing Nigerians more by asking for irresponsible money from them.
Mr. Femi, where's the minister? Where is he coming? The minister of the FCT coming in all of this? Some reports are saying that he's busy fiddling with the river's politics while Abuja burns right now. And do you think there's any link with the surge, this recent surge? Because it's, all of a sudden we just have this news that kidnappings here and there within Abuja. Does that have anything to do with the presence of Wike?
No, I don't think Wike has so much to do in this issue, in the matter. It is the president's responsibility, because the president is in Abuja. Abuja is the seat of power. Wike is just a caretaker. It's not. I don't think he has the executive, the kind of power the governors have. His power is just like the powers of the ministers, although he's the number one person in Abuja when it comes to administration. But when we talk about who is the real owner of Abuja, who is the real person who called the shots in Abuja, is the president. Wike cannot control the security operatives. He cannot control the chief of defense staff. Neither can he control the people under the chief of defense staff. He cannot control the inspector general of police. It is the president. So, but he has a role to play. He can shout. He can tell the president.
He has the ear of the president.
Yes, that, sir, all this nonsense that is happening in Abuja is affecting me as the number one person in the FCT administration. President is number one person over Nigeria, but is a resident in FCT. So Chike has the ears of the president to tell the president that, look, this thing, I don't like the way it is going. So can you please let us do it this way? He has to think. All these ministers are being paid to think. All the humongous amounts of salary, the humongous salaries they are taking, and all the perks of office, they are given all those things to think. They are not to carry blocks. They are not to do anything, but to think. So, if all these things are happening in Abuja, that means somebody is not thinking well. So,
right.
Somebody has to think.
All right, Mr. Femi, still talking about insecurity in Nigeria, and again, Tinubu's soldiers go on the rampage, brutalize policemen for wrong parking, and I keep wondering what is going on with the synergy among our security architecture in the country. I do remember that no grief for anybody. The slogan was criticized by the police, and now that's a particular slogan the army used to motivate its soldiers on the battlefront line. Now, if you look at what has happened in this particular case, a human rights lawyer actually raised this alarm, saying that a particular policeman was brutalized, he was beaten up, and there was also an executive order coming from Tinubu saying that soldiers should be tolerant of policemen and provocations and beating up should not be allowed. Now, let's look at the synergy here, especially looking at this no grief for anybody. Police categorically came out and said this could incite people, this could make people go on rampage. Now, I mean, say no, that particular word will motivate our soldiers. What do we talk about the synergy? And is the police really getting its right place as a civil movement or a civil force in Nigeria, so to say?
You know, we have problem in the country, and the problem we have is that we have problems, and unfortunately, the security operatives are adding to our problems. Now, if there is no synergy between security A and security B, then it is the Nigerians that will carry the can. It's the Nigerians that will feel the heat. And I don't see a reason that should make any security apparatus to feel that it is superlatively superior to the other one. Because all of you are servants. We are paying your salaries. You are there to serve us and to take care of us. And then soldiers are to protect the police. Police are to protect soldiers. They have complementary roles to play. Now, if a soldier is at Sambisa fighting, it is the duty of the police to protect his family. If there is a problem in the barracks or somebody assaulted a soldier's wife, he should report to the police, and police should do something. And police, they know that it is beyond them to go to Sambisa to go and meet this Boko Haram and everywhere in the forest to go and meet these miscreants. It's the soldiers that will do that. So police cannot go into the air to bomb miscreants. It's the Air Force. So you say they have complementary roles, but you see unnecessary ego that is troubling Nigeria. That does not make Nigeria to know that when they call her a giant of Africa, that is not a giant in anything other than all this kind of shenanigans. So that is what is also affecting our security architecture. Security personnel. So my plea this morning is for the commander-in-chief to talk to the heads of these security agencies that we have, to tell them to cooperate with themselves. After all, when they remove their uniforms, they are all Nigerians. So when they are in their respective barracks, they can say, I'm a soldier, I'm an Air Force man, I'm a naval man, I'm a policeman, I'm a civil defense or whatever. But when all of us when they all remove their uniforms, they are Nigerians. They are people like me and you. If they call us bloody civilians, their mothers are also bloody civilians. Because their mothers are civilians, their fathers are civilians, even their wives and children are civilians. It is they that are military. So that is why we must respect one another. They must complement the one another's efforts in order for Nigeria to be peaceful. Not that they will be shaming themselves in the committee of in the eye of the world, and then disgracing Nigeria the more. So they should just respect one another and let us live a meaningful life.
Okay, we'll go on a commercial in a moment, but let's take your reaction, excuse me, to this report out of the Punch. Despite spending at least 21.04 billion on foreign trips in the last 3 years, 14 state governments have failed to attract any form of foreign investment into the domains. The states are Bauchi, Bayelsa, Benue, Borno, Cross River, Ebonyi, Edo, Gombe, Imo, Jigawa, and a bunch of others. Basically, they're saying from between 2021 and the third quarter of 2023, the states failed to attract any of the money that came in from foreign investors into the country. I mean, if you have such an outlay, you should get results.
I'm sure that story will not surprise any Nigerian, honestly. In the first instance, those who occupy governmental places, they have two agenda: to enjoy and to make money. Now, if you say you are junketing all over the place to bring in investors, and there is no security in the country, do they think these investors are irresponsible? They are foolish. They will come to a chaotic arena with their money. They won't come. So what they are doing when they go out of Nigeria is to go and wind down. They go on sightseeing. And unfortunately, when they see good things over there, they don't replicate it in Nigeria when they come back home. That is the most unfortunate aspect of it. So when they come to you and they start telling you, I'm your son, I want to serve you, as it is happening in Edo now, and as it will soon happen in Ondo State, it is all lie. It's only that we just have to vote in somebody in order to occupy the office. Otherwise, there is no necessity voting for these people, because when they get there, they don't remember you. They do what they like. So what they are doing is not surprising. It doesn't surprise any Nigerian.
All right, we have to go on a commercial break. When we come back, we'll be opening the phone line. Stay with us.
32 FM 94.9.
Be part part of the moments to remember with AFCON 2023 on DSTV. Experience Africa's biggest football tournament with all 52 thrilling games live and in HD the way you like it. Enjoy expert commentary that will blow your mind.
It's a gorgeous finish. Super goal.
And the finest analysis to keep you in the game. Live your pride, passion and love for Africa's beautiful game from the 13th of Jan to the 11th of Feb on Supersport or anywhere on DSTV Stream.
Hey there, tech enthusiasts! Get ready to ignite your world with the all-new Tecno Spark 20.
That's right. The Spark 20 with its stunning display and powerful features is here to redefine your smartphone experience.
We've also partnered with Google and MTN to bring you even more. With the Spark 20, Google apps and loads of free MTN data, your digital life just got smarter and more connected.
Grab your Tecno Spark 20 today and step into a world where style meets technology.
Tecno, stop at nothing.
Official partner of the Africa Cup of Nations 2023.
ó ga ọ eléyìí tó jí wá láàárọ̀ kùtùkùtù yìí mo ti rò pé ṣe lòun fíláàṣì mi nígbà tí ìpè rẹ wọlé sórí aago.
fíláàṣì rẹ kẹ̀ ọpọ́n tèmi ti sùn o lọ́tẹ̀ yìí èmi ni mo máa ṣàyè fún ẹ ó yá lọ múra.
dúró náà àbí gbẹ̀bù ti dé ni.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni o Zenith Better Life promo ti padà dé pẹ̀lú sáà kẹta mo sì jẹ káàdì ẹ̀bùn oní $1,000 náírà.
bẹ́ẹ̀ gẹ́lẹ́ ni Zenith Bank ń pín ẹ̀bùn tó tó $1,000 náírà fáwọn oníbàárà ogún ní ọ̀sẹ̀ méjì nínú Zenith Better Life promo ti sáà kẹta. láti lè kópa rọra ṣí àkáǹtì Zenith Bank kí o sì fi ó kéré jù $5,000 náírà sílẹ̀ sínú ẹ̀. béèrè kí o sì gba káàdì Zenith Bank yálà aláfojúrí tàbí torí ayélujára. lẹ́yìn náà dáńlóòdù kí o sì forúkọ sílẹ̀ lórí Zenith Bank app tàbí kó o forúkọ sílẹ̀ fún *966# easy banking. ìpolongo yìí bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti ọjọ́ kìíní oṣù kẹfà ọdún 2023 títí di ọjọ́ kọkànlélọ́gbọ̀n oṣù kẹfà ọdún 2024. àǹfààní yìí ṣí sílẹ̀ fún oníbàárà tuntun àti títẹ́lẹ̀. ìgbésẹ̀ àti ìlànà wà o. Zenith Bank fún àǹfààní ara rẹ.
She's still fierce, she's still merciless, and she's back in Wura Season 2.
Wura Amowo Adeleke will not lose my mind. I will do everything to save it.
Lives will be shattered, secrets revealed, and enemies destroyed.
Can't keep killing people as if they are goats or fowls, but we can.
But can Wura hold on to her power? And at what cost?
Watch the new season of Wura now only on Showmax. Subscribe from 1,200 naira monthly. Sign up at showmax.com.
32 FM 94.9.
All right, you're welcome back. It's still on to Break It On Papers Review here on 32 FM 94.9, and it's right about time to open the phone lines and also take your comments on our socials. Do remember we're live on Facebook and also on YouTube, 32 FM 949 Ibadan. Of course, the numbers for you to dial and be part of this conversation this morning is 070-55,949 or 08097,949, and for international audience +234 90 62,949. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, sir. This is from again.
Please turn down the volume on your radio.
Issue of NIN and the line that Pantami spoke about. I noticed something recently that a particular network, especially MTN, they will send message to you that they've got your name with them, but they will still ask you to come to the office to link it, and they're expecting people there. How do we go about this one? Then coming to the issue of insecurity in Abuja, I think there is something going on there. You know, there are some people who say the Wike is not a Muslim, is from the south. You understand me? So the federal government needs to take adequate step on that, and we need state police. Good morning.
All right, good morning, and thank you for that. Hello, good morning.
Okay, try again. 0705 5949 0829 7949.
I think the last caller made a point, and that point I want to shed light on it. If you look at what is happening, the encircling of Abuja by these miscreants, like he rightly said, there is danger, and it appears some people are out to sabotage the president. And if the president is not careful, this thing may consume the government and consume all of us. Because if those people have the boldness to attack Abuja with impunity, then there's that is a sign of danger. That was why I said he should come out and give deadline to the security operatives.
All right. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
All right, I want us to quickly also go. Good morning. Do we have a caller?
Well,
Hello, good morning. All right, let's go to Edo State. Elections are fast approaching in that state. We've been seeing a number of skirmishes already ahead of the elections. Now, who do we call to order? What does the governor do? Because we do know that Obaseki and Shuaibu are not in good books.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah,
we'll get back to
you. Calling from Apacha.
All right.
Now, on the issue of the NIN as well, just like 2-3 weeks ago, Glo sent a text to we Glo users that we need to come and uplink our NIN with our Glo line. And we went there, and on getting there, they collected 1,000 naira just to fix the NIN to connect it with your line. Collected 1,000 naira. We are more than 100, and kidnapping, terrorism kept on increasing on the other side. I think the government has to rise to this occasion and ensure that there is lasting solution to this menace. Even just yesterday, MTN kept telling that you have to come and link your line with your NIN. So the thing is becoming absurd. Government should just do something about this thing. It's barbaric. Thank you very much.
I think if you have done it before, because I too received that message, but I have linked it since. I can't remember the time I linked my SIM to all those lines. So if you have done it before, you just have to jettison that information. But if you have not linked it, if anybody wants to fleece you, then you have your voice to speak out. Out.
All right. We still have the calls coming in. But then I wanted you to react to this skirmishes already happening ahead of the elections in Edo. Now, Shuaibu and Obaseki appears not to be in good books together. They've been having issues. And now let's also look at the fact that Shuaibu is claiming that some of its campaign vehicles were vandalized yesterday. What do we make out of this? Does the governor need to call some party loyalists to order? Or a piece of code should be looked into right about now?
I don't think they can achieve any peace now because the tension is already there. And the unfortunate aspect of this is that it is the governor that did not manage that situation well. Now, I don't see any reason anybody should vandalize that man's property. Do your own campaign. Let me do my own campaign. Let the people decide who they want. So why should some people just say that whether you like it or not, we don't want to see you? They jointly own that state. And it is not the property of anybody, not the property of the governor, for God's sake. Let him do his own thing and let others do their own thing and let the people, let the electorate decide. So Governor Obaseki has not acted well at all as the father of that state. And if it continues like this, the president should call him to order.
All right, 0705 5000 949 0809 7000 949. Well, live on Facebook. You can also drop your thoughts on Facebook. We have some comments on Facebook. We'll take some of those out.
All right, to take this from Raji Afiz Abidemi says, good morning, Tiani GBOLABO, an analyst in the studio. On the issue of Nigerian counting fixed economy and food production in Nigeria, if Mr. President wants an increase in food production in Nigeria, he has to first of all clean the country of insecurity because Nigeria practices mostly subsistence farming, whereby the chunks, about 80% of the foodstuffs in the market are produced by local or village farmers. Now they can't or afraid to go to their farms. Some paid heavy tax to bandits before they can have access to their farms. All right, and he's also saying some farmers left their villages because of bandits and gunmen or to the cities looking for menial jobs to feed their families. All right, we also have this one from Raja Fiz Abiola Raja says, good morning, Kenny GBOLABO. About the CCB to Tunji Ojo, honestly, this is another indication that Tinubu administration is serious about war against corruption. Let Minister of Interior go to CCB and explain what he knew about allegation and CCB do what is necessary. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. I'm John Njoko. Thank you, sir. I want to talk about the CCB. Notwithstanding the recent achievement of Mr. Tunji Ojo as Chief Minister, if he is in any way involved in the Better Edu saga, the appropriate government agency is right to invite him for clarification. I've said this several places I find myself, that his recent interaction with the president should not be enough. So if there is need for any agency to invite him, let them invite him. If there is need for EFCC to invite him, let's invite him for clarification. Resigning from the company is not enough to exonerate him if it's any way connected to the saga. Nigeria want to see justice done to end the saga, and no tree should be too tall to be cut down. However, those allegedly involved in that saga must be given the fair hearing, opportunity of fair hearing for them to defend their rules. I am John.
All right, thank you. More messages on Facebook.
All right, you take this one from Okidino Babatunde. Says, what goes around comes around. When Obaseki and Shuaibu are together, they saw nothing wrong about impunity. Now it is between them just because of power. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
My name is Tayo. I was caught up earlier on, so I have to repeat my call.
Okay.
Now, this is APC federal government. Buhari government was APC, and this one is APC. Why are Nigerians expecting something different from this agreement and the past one? They are the same now. Good morning.
All right, good morning. Let's also look at more comments here on Facebook. I guess we still have more from Okidino Babatunde. Says, investors are coming in. It is just that the benefits are going into private pocket. What is happening to natural resources? These investors are mining, and who are those providing security cover? There's a question mark. So individuals are benefiting at the expense of the masses. Plateau and Zamfara is purely due to natural resources benefiting the greedy ones.
0705 5949 0809 7000 949. Well, we see if we can squeeze in one more call there. Let's quickly take this one. That's a report from the Punch and human rights organization Global Rights. Said the administration of former President Muhammadu Buhari was characterized by threats of intimidation to journalists and protesters. There. Have this call. Let's take this one. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Okay, that's not working. They're saying the Buhari government suppressed access to information and curtailed freedom of expression. Mr. Femi.
No, it didn't surprise me. That information that study dished out did not surprise me, and I'm sure it will not surprise many Nigerians who knew Buhari when he was the military head of state, and who saw what he did as civilian president. Before he became a civilian president, he was saying that he was a repentant Democrat. But there is no amount of soap, sponge, and water that you can use to wash leopard that will remove the spots on his skin. We are not comparing Tinubu administration to his administration. Tinubu is listening. He is probing his ministers. How many ministers did Buhari probe in his time? We shouted and he never did anything. Those who shouted were the ones that were arrested. So we welcome that the letters of that study. We welcome with we welcome their outcome.
All right, we have a caller. Let's see if we could pull through with this one. We have to go right. Okay, I guess that's the much we can actually take with the Break It On Papers review this morning. As I look, I wanted to say that sub is it meant for only Buhari? Because Atiku too has been talking about insecurity and poverty. So I'm wondering that why is it that when they're out of office, that's when they see all the EUs in the system, but when they are there, they don't address it.
When Atiku was in power, it was not like this. Obasanjo was the man in power. I'm sure if Obasanjo were to be in power now, those terrorists will have gone to heaven.
We have to go now. Thank you so much for joining us on the Papers Review this morning. The Smart Kids Show is up next. My name is Kenny Durutilu.
And I'm GBOLABO Female School. Do enjoy the rest of your day. Bye for now.